It's happening, guys. Martin Martinez back again. You know where else? So let's get into it. So, guys, just touching base with you. I was out, I'm back in now, and I thought I'd talk to you about this fragrance. Thank you again for the comments, likes, and subscriptions. If you do enjoy this channel and save you some money and some time, please do not forget to give this a like and a thumbs up, and do not forget to also subscribe to the channel. Anyway, so guys, without any further ado, let's get into it. So this is my quick review of this one. This is Zara SilverMan Summer. And this one, guys, let me get this out of the way. You always get these messages, don't you, when you're recording? I don't know why. So, guys, as things stand, this original version, actually, let me get the other one. 1 second. I've done, the last time I did a review, guys, I did a review of this one. And this one was Zara's Summer Man Silver Winter, okay? Slightly different, a little bit heavier as a winter version. I found this one actually quite pleasant, but obviously for what it is, the silver, for those that know, smells slightly like Gucci Guilty. You get a lot of this sort of like grapefruit. Maybe, I believe this is maybe sort of like a floral note in there, as well as some type of maybe apple as well. It gives it this crispness. Now that's referring to this particular one, which is the winter version. However, the summer one, in my opinion, is slightly different. It doesn't seem to be in the same, how could I say? I think this one's actually better. And I think because it's got slightly more of a spicy note to it. So this is just a note breakdown on the box. So you can see with these ones, $10.99 Zara. I purchased this one probably about a week ago. It's saying it's a fougere, citrus, and ambery in the top notes. And Zara are very smart the way they do this, because they've put the information there so you can tell what's in the base and the mid notes and everything else. In the mids, or the high mids anyway, we've got lemon, lime, mandarin, and spearmint. So there's like a, as I say, that mint note in there. Cardamom, clary sage, and lavender in the base, upper base notes. And in the base notes, we have sandalwood, tonka bean, amber, and patchouli. So that's a lot going on there, a lot going on. Now, on Fragrantica, it doesn't get into that level of detail. Fragrantica says it has only apple. It says that it has some orange blossom, and it says that it has some cedar in the base notes on Fragrantica. Now, for me, just spraying this, today I'm actually wearing Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme, so I'll do a review on that one as well. But for me, guys, this is my honest breakdown, as I always like to do. The opening is slightly alcoholic, which is unfortunate, and I think it's one of those things that you just got to accept when it comes to these type of fragrances, that you may get that alcoholic type of note in there. So sometimes you could spray a lot on your clothes and it can be a little bit overpowering. You can pretty much choke yourself out. Now for me, I've actually worn this one to the gym. The opening gives me this type of crisp type of apple note. I know what it says on here about being a fougere type of greenery type of smell in the top note. I get this crisp apple note. I believe there's nutmeg in this, because it seems to have this sort of spice note in slightly in the base, which it doesn't seem to be in, not necessarily this one, but the alternative, the original version. And I think for me, guys, I'm definitely getting this sort of woodsy type of, which maybe come from the cedar as well in the base, but I get this woodsy, crisp apple, maybe nutmeg in there, maybe slightly citric, and again that's probably come with the lemon and everything else in it. So for me, this is okay. This is not bad. This is a fragrance which I have worn to the gym. It doesn't really last that long again, guys, so don't expect too much for your money. $9.99. I mean, if you're expecting maybe 2-3 hours, I mean, I was wearing this to the gym, so obviously my skin is hot, it's bouncing off the skin a little bit more. I got a little bit of a scent trail for about 40 minutes, and then after that it started to die down realistically, became a skin scent. For me, it's one of those fragrances that you realistically can't expect too much from it. It's okay, it's not a bad pickup at all. Let me even smell this one. I think, to be honest, guys, a lot of the Zara fragrances, when it comes to the winter version, I think that's probably what it should smell like. Yeah, this one's slightly heavier. The winter version is very slightly more woodsy, I would say. Not in a bad way, slightly more woodsy. You're still getting this sort of DNA when it comes to the SilverMan spirit, which again, it seems to be based on Gucci Guilty, that's in the silver bottle. But this one seems to be slightly lighter, slightly more citric, slightly more, how could I say, suntan-ish type of smell. It does smell slightly like CK1 Silver, or Platinum, I believe it's called, that I've done a review on before, so just check out the videos as well. It's not a bad one. It's pleasant. It's not groundbreaking. Again, at the most, probably about an hour, and then you have to reapply. Not going to get 2 hours really on this one. Not on my skin anyway. It is saying it's a summer version, so just obviously bear that in mind. I won't expect too much. Whereas the previous one, which is slightly more, I say, heavy on the base, on the woods, seems to have this, I think they both have some type of mint note in there. That's what I'm picking up on both of them. But this one seems to be slightly more played down. This one seems to be slightly more citric and slightly more, how could I say, seems to be slightly more focused on the top notes in respect of maybe even some grapefruit in there, maybe a little bit more, or say it says it's got lime in there. Not lime, sorry. Yes, lime is in there actually. Yeah, so maybe slightly sparkly type of smell is what I get from this one, which again is appropriate for summer. If you're in 40-degree weather, I mean, you could wear this and not have a problem. But realistically, how often are you going to be in that weather? Most people. Actually, a lot of people live in 40-degree weather. But nonetheless, it's okay. I won't necessarily go crazy for it, guys. This one, as I say, slightly different, slightly more spearmintish is what I smell on this one. And it just seems to be that these are just so-so fragrances. They're not bad. I'll probably sell them on eBay and probably just get like some of my cash back. I don't know. Would I recommend this one, guys? Out of 5, what would I give this? Probably about 2 probably. I don't really believe it's going to give me much more than, as I say, $9.99 on this one, guys. I think, to be honest, you could just say to yourself, I'm going to spend maybe a little bit more, maybe 40, 50 pounds, and actually buy a bottle of Gucci Guilty and use that one, because that's what these ones are trying to imitate. So for what it is, I don't know if it's worth really buying loads of mini type of fragrances, loads of colognes, loads of inspiration-based fragrances, and not get what you want from a fragrance. And unfortunately for me, it's nice fragrance. It's very pleasant in the opening. The dry down is just where it just sort of starts to dissipate, fades away. Suntan type of smell, nothing particularly fantastic, nothing groundbreaking. It does smell to me like maybe even like cream to some extent. And when I say that, it's just because it's only got like a little bit of this type of nutmeg, sort of I say this sort of sparkle note in there that's coming out from maybe the apple. It's like a crisp note, but that's it. It just dissipates and it goes to nothing, and there's nothing else to show. So here's what it is, guys. Between the two of them, actually, if I had the winter version or the summer version, personally, I don't think this one's that bad. I think because they're so similar, it's really not really worth saying either or. It's just one of those that if you picked one up, you probably wouldn't really know the difference that much. Depends on the type of environment you're in and how it operates in your skin. But ultimately, guys, they're the so-so fragrances. They're $9.99. These are not Soul. This is not Lisboa. And ultimately, there's not really much more to talk about than that. So-so fragrance, 2.5. And that was my review on this one, guys. Not getting longer than 2 hours. And unfortunately, is it value for money? Probably not. I mean, $10.99, what are you expecting? There's other fragrances you can get and just save your money. $10.99, I think, is the ones you could get some probably better ideas out there, like Blue Man Spirit. Anyway, guys, right, that'll be it for this one. That was Man Silver Summer. We had a look at the box, we had a look at the juice, and we're getting to it in respect of the next video. Hopefully, guys, see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed the channel. I'll see you guys soon. This is my honest review, and I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.